it. I love it.
Yeah, we gotta yo. Hey, welcome to Music Review Lyrics on Vibes and Stuff. I'm your man's Uncle Freezy. I'm joined by Chuck Allen Staffadan.
Yes,
You
sir.
cannot believe the conversation we was having backstage before we got here, man. It's incredible, y'all. It's incredible. So today we are going to review the lyrics of Prince's When Doves Cry, DMX's Slippin', and Bob Marley's I Shot the Sheriff.
But I
Right?
didn't shot the deputy. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Amen, brother. Amen. Amen. The reason and for those watching, the reason why we chose these songs is because these songs are not only iconic because of the timing in which they came out, but they're also iconic with the
Right.
music that came along with. And then you have the lyrics.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Chuck, which one of these you want to start with? Which one of these you feel like you want to start with first?
Um, let's do it. Let's do it in chronological order. Let's start with Bob, right?
Okay.
And then work our way to DMX. We'll do it that way.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna pull up Bob Marley's I Shot the Sheriff lyrics. Right? And one of you guys want to start or should I start?
Okay.
Go
Um,
ahead, go ahead.
so so the chorus is the song starts with the chorus. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot no deputy. Oh no. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot no deputy. Year all round in my hometown, they're trying to track me down. They say they want to bring me in guilty for killing the deputy, for the life of the deputy. But I say, oh, now, oh. And then it goes back into the chorus.
Right.
So what are we thinking with this first verse?
So with the first verse, I for one, it makes me think if you are a revolutionary, if you are woke, if you want to help others get out of their um, planned problem of consternation, you will face this dilemma, right? If you want to help your fellow man get out of certain stuff, the trappings of the stuff that's planned for a certain plight of people, then this is what you have to face, right? There are certain things in the lyrics as we go further, but but think about this. What my man is saying, I shot the sheriff means I'm guilty. I know this. I'm guilty of shooting that man because he had it in for me, right?
Right.
That man had it in for me. Now his assistant, the deputy, is just doing his job. You know what I'm saying? But the man had it in for me. The deputy, I ain't shoot him. He ain't got nothing to do with me. He just trying to feed his family, just trying to go to work and make it back home safe. But the sheriff is aiming to shoot me down. That's what I got stopped.
Yeah, and look, if I could bring it a little more deeper, um, you see, at the time in Jamaica, it was a lot of wars at the time going on, political wars, I should say, right? Then you had the Shower Posse. You had Adams, which was a police officer. He was very serious. and then you had Siaga and the other one, Manley,
Yeah,
right, fighting for power.
yeah,
Um, so at the time when you say revolutionary, um, Bob was a revolutionary guy. He was all about peace and love and making sure you stay connected with the Almighty. At the,
right.
and it had a lot of people was after him. So when he said I shot the sheriff, yeah, the sheriff did not come look for me, right?
Right.
He wanted to get me, so I had to shoot him back. But this whole deputy thing that y'all talking about, no, 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 it never goes so. So and then is a lot of people have different metaphors to how they perceive it. You know, so as you say, Freezy, as we go down to into the lyrics some more, it gets a little more interesting.
Yeah,
So yeah, so go ahead.
yeah, and so here's the other thing I wanted to mention too, Chuck, about this is Bob never said he was looking for the sheriff. The sheriff was looking for him, and it was reflex. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, fastest man win. He'll never know I'll be a Huckleberry type thing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the lyrics to this, man. The lyrics to this song, bro, is the lyrics to this song are not only a storytelling and a metaphor for life, right? But the lyrics just off rip when you hear all around my hometown, they trying to track me down. And so you like, oh my God, the manhunt is on. And people are helping them. Like people are helping them, like, yo, get away from the man. The man trying to, you know what I'm saying? The man trying to shoot you down. And so it's all these things, man, bro, it's oh my God. When you hear them say all around in my hometown, they trying to track me down. That's heavy, bro.
So so essentially he's saying that he's a wanted man in a familiar place.
Yep, yep,
So
yep.
it's only but so many places he can hide. This is his hometown.
Right, right.
As much as he knows this place, the sheriff knows this place. So
Yep,
it's only a matter of time, right? But
yep.
he's not saying he's running, right?
Right, right, right.
The sheriff came to him. Now,
Wow.
now, now we don't know so far in this song. I know people have heard this song before,
A
you
million
know,
times. Yeah.
right? But for the sake of the conversation, we don't know what what he's why is the sheriff looking for him, right? I think as we go along in the song, we start to get into that a little bit. But so far, I'm questioning. Well, why is the sheriff looking for him? Why is he trying to track him down? Um, is it one of those situations like you're seeing in so many detective movies where the detective goes to the local pool hall or the gambling spot, flip over
Yeah.
tables? Tell me what's going down. Have you seen so and so and so and so? Um, I'm giving you until tonight to give me some information, or
Yeah.
everybody's going to jail. So this is what
Right.
I'm thinking. This is what I'm envisioning
Right.
is going down because he's trying to find th- this town is but so big. Where is he?
Right.
All right. So
Right.
you want to take the second verse and then Stafford you do the third.
Yeah, we could
Yeah,
do that.
I could do that. Yeah, we could do
All
that.
right.
And so the second joint goes, Sheriff John Brown always hated me for what I don't know. Every time that I plant a seed, he says kill it before it grows.
Mm.
He said kill it before it grows. And I said, I shot the sheriff, but I swear it wasn't self-defense. I shot the sheriff, but I swear it was in self-defense. Wow. So they're just going to tell you right off that this thing goes a long way back, Sheriff John Brown, and the storytelling of this. You don't know if this is a real life event where the sheriff's real name was something similar, or if John Brown stands for the establishment, right?
Mm.
And so, and you done heard that, man, I'll be John Brown. You done heard
Yeah.
John Brown before in your life.
Yeah.
And you know what it stands for, right?
Yeah.
It don't stand for friendly. It stands for the establishment,
Right.
right? You know what I'm saying? And so here's the thing too, right?
Mm.
Sheriff John Brown always hated this kid, right? Always hated this kid, and so for two reasons. Bob says for what I don't know. He knows why. Because in the next line, he said, because every time I try to plant a seed, he says, kill it before it grows.
Mm-hmm.
What is the seed? You know, it ain't the normal seed. It's the apple seed, so to speak. The seed of life is what it is.
Right.
Like, let me help you get out of this dangerous generational situation. Let's help each other pull each other up out of this dangerous generational situation. Right? John Brown don't want that. John Brown, like, hey, as long as y'all slaves to this culture without chains, the other side is gonna be wealthy. You know? Why would we dare ever give this island of minorities who are not minorities, they're minority in power, but majority in population? Why give this majority in population power of what it is that they do here?
Right.
This place is beautiful. The minority is making money hand over fist, hand over fist, hand over fist. Why give even a portion of that money to this nation who ain't gonna do nothing? Let them sit around and kill each other and all that stuff, and we're gonna make money. And you know what I'm saying? And we can have that be the way of the world for the foreseeable future. Well, John Brown hearing Bob Marley say this to his people, like, hey, you ain't gonna disrupt my gravy train. So kill it before it grows. Bob Marley put out this John Brown is like, put out this inspirational fire before it grows. Kill it before it grows. That's what I got out of that.
Well,
Yeah,
Jesus, ate all the meat.
I agree too.
My bad, Chuck.
Ate all the meat off the bones, sir.
my bad, man. Hey, man.
Go ahead, Staff. You said you agree.
Nah, that's how I see it too. You know, yeah, come cut down my tree of life before it could even grow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every time I plant my seed on my acre, you come with a little ignorance. And I come cut down my tree.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Why? Why? The tree no bother you, brother? What? I mean, I try to feed my family. And I try to cut down all my trees. Every time I plant a seed. Sheriff boy. What's wrong with you, Mr. Brown? You know what I mean? It's like, yo, what y'all deal with, bro?
Right.
You don't see how much kids we have.
Right.
All around the nation, from Jamaica to England. Right. I would do your sheriff.
Right.
So you already know, man. This guy John Brown just disrespectful, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead, Uncle Chuck.
One thing that I want to say about seeds, uh, if anybody knows anything about watermelon seeds, you can't spit them in your yard
No.
because you don't have to dig a hole. They don't have to be in the soil for them to grow, right?
Right.
So and they'll spring up, and that goes with any seed, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So before when it grows, that means it's starting to take root, right? So we can't
Right.
even allow these thoughts,
Yeah.
these alternative thoughts, take
Right.
root. We have to kill it before it even begins to grow. We have
Right.
to take up the seed. Um, I I think that is I think it's dope that uh he could have just been very direct in what he said, but he wasn't. But he was. If I'm not losing anybody with that statement,
Yeah.
like
Right. Now you got me. I get you.
he could have been more direct, but the subtleness of it makes such a big impact. Um, and I don't want to kill it too much, but every time I plant a seed, he said, "Kill it before it grow." John Brown, is that uh as Uncle Freezy suggested,
Yes,
is that the
Jesus.
man?
Yeah.
Is that the man, right? Uh we know what the sheriff's job is to keep
Right.
law and order
Right.
in the town.
Right.
So is the man trying to keep us under a subservient rule so that they can continue to control us? Because once we have
Excuse
understanding
me.
of who we are, what we can do, that threatens the whole system. Because like you said,
Right.
the minority of the country has the majority of the wealth, and the majority of the
Yeah.
country has none of the
It's
wealth.
nothing. Yeah.
Nothing. So yeah, man, this song is so powerful, man, in so many ways because it just does not apply to the beautiful country of Jamaica.
Right.
It
Right.
applies to any place where John Brown is sheriff, and anything that is going against the norm, where the majority of the people are enslaved to a system that keeps only a few rich.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, man, I definitely um, digging this
And
so
and,
far.
and Chuck, and here's the thing. Here's the thing I want to mention while you was going through that, bro. And Sheriff John Brown, the one that was killed, or the one that was shot by Bob Marley, is just a pawn in a bigger game. He just a pawn.
Facts.
The man is sending Sheriff John Brown. The man got Sheriff John Brown aiming to shoot him down. Bro, this thing is crazy, bro. Yo, this thing is crazy, man. This thing is crazy, yo. This thing is crazy, man. Um, hey, Stopper, you want to do the third verse? Can you do the third verse? Or
So,
you?
so I'm gonna read off the chorus first.
All right,
Read it in the news. I shot the sheriff. Oh Lord, but I swear it was in self-defense. Where was the deputy? Oh, oh, oh. Right.
right.
So hold on. Waiting for this thing here to move forward a little bit.
Is
Okay,
this to make sure
freedom
we had?
came.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
Freedom came my way one day, and I started out of town. Yay! All of a sudden, I saw Sheriff John Brown. So what that does, what that comes to when you say that freedom came my way, came my way one day, and I started out of town. Yeah. All of a sudden, I saw Sheriff John Brown. So I shot him down, and I said, if I am guilty, I will pay. So what you gather from that, Chuck?
Hey, man.
Okay, man. So so the person so the individual in this story is has found a way out of this trap, right? I
Right.
found a way out of this town, a way to escape. And before I could make my escape, here comes this sheriff, John Brown, the man trying to stop me from doing
Right.
so. I don't know if he's trying to stop me because or trying to stop him because uh if he leaves, that's going to make other people see, well, there's a way out. We all can go.
Oh.
And so
Damn.
uh the traveler is saying, I know this is my only way out. This is the way that I can escape this. I have to kill him before he kills me before I can get out of this. And if I'm guilty of trying to escape, all I'm trying to do is get to freedom. All I'm trying to do is get to a different place. And he had no reason to stop me.
Right.
What I saw was him aiming his gun to shoot me down.
Right.
So I, in self defense, shot him.
Three times too. I shot, I shot.
Oh, I ain't never even thought about that either. God dog it. It's yeah, man. So I'm
Keep
thinking
on
about
going, Chuck. Keep on
yeah,
going, Chuck.
yeah, man, yeah, man.
Um, that's interesting that you said that because then there's a significance to the number three. So yeah. Uh, Now when you go into the chorus after this, what I gather is, yeah, I'm guilty of shooting this sheriff. This sheriff was trying to impede my progress for no reason. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't rob anybody. I didn't steal anything. There was no reason for this man to try to hold me back other than to kill me. That was his objective from the beginning, to kill me. So I killed him. I killed the man, but the people that work for him, his deputy, didn't shoot him
Right,
because I know he was only doing his job, like Unc said.
right, right.
Go ahead, Unc. I think it's your turn. Or were you done, Chuck?
That's
Oh,
crazy.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
That's crazy. It's crazy because what I was thinking is the part where it says freedom came my way one day. When I thought about that, I was like, yo, okay. So he got this plan to escape this situation to return one day to help. but right now the heat is too much, so I gotta leave and return one day when things are better for me to be here. That's what I'm thinking. Like for the thing is, the thing is it's not a situation where he wanted to leave forever because he loved this place. But right now the heat is just too hot. But then on his way out of town, he saw the dude with the devil in his eye. John Brown had murder in his face. Cause you ain't gonna pull out the heater. You ain't gonna try to defend yourself if your life ain't threatened. So Bob Marley sees this dude eyeball to eyeball, and before the dude can pull his trigger, Bob pulls his trigger 3 times. Right? And so Bob says on the spot, listen, if I'm guilty of murder, I'm willing to pay for it. Right? But this right here is a clear case of self-defense because I was trying to leave. I was trying to go out of town, and this dude had murder in his eyes. And I got him before he got me.
Hey, hold on for a second. They say they hear like something clicking or something playing in the background somewhere.
Okay, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So Sheriff John Brown got what was coming to him, right? Sheriff John Brown got what was coming to him, right? The only thing though is was what Bob Marley doing that detrimental to John Brown that you gave your life for that cause? I know some people that are willing to give their life for certain causes, but was John Brown's life worth this cause?
To John Brown, maybe yes, yes, absolutely.
Okay, okay,
Because anytime you pull your gun on someone, you better be ready to you better be ready to kill because
yeah,
somebody's gonna die.
yeah,
So um for him, yes, it was detrimental because if we're looking at it from the standpoint of okay, Sheriff John Brown represents the man, right?
right,
And the structure in which he's laid out
right,
for how things are to operate, right? We the okay systematic oppression, right?
right, right, right,
And so he represents that. And here comes a guy representing a new idea where the folks who have controlled everything feels that their power will be shifted, and that karma train is going to be coming around the mountain.
right,
So before I allow him to leave, because you would think, oh well, if you let him leave, things can continue to go on as scheduled. We got rid of the troublemaker. The troublemaker's leaving,
right.
but the troublemaker has influence so much so that
Ooh,
you will not allow him to plant any of his seeds of hope,
right,
right? And what's more dangerous, an idea of seeing an idea of something or actually seeing it? We saw him walk out of this town. We saw him leave uh, the confines of this oppression. And if you can come out of that mindset, then that's other people will start to leave the town or start to leave uh those thoughts of, we only can do certain things. We're only going to be maids, cab drivers, host, not what we are destined to be. So I have to kill him to set an example. I have to kill him because I hate what he stands for, because it changes uh, the way things will be. So I have
Right,
to kill this before it can go.
right, right. And Chuck, I just want to throw something in here real quick, and it's not to disparage anything. But yo, when you look at the population of Jamaica historically, it's the population is 76% African descent, 15% African European, so Africans from Europe, 3% East Indian, 3% East African Indian, 3% Caucasian, 1% Chinese. It's in my opinion, it's something just to be said. It's something to be said to that, bro. Like this island is man. Shout out to my people from Jamaica, bro. This song right here, man, Chuck. This song right here has all the drippings and trappings of a song made during the struggle, right?
Yeah.
A song
It
made during the
is.
song
It
during the struggle.
is.
Yeah, yeah. And so Sherwin M. Shout out to Sherwin M. Hey, Danny Landis is in the building. What's good? So Sherwin M says the songs tell the story of a man who shoots a sheriff who is harassing him, but is wrongly accused of killing a deputy. Molly said the song that said some of the song is true, but would not say which parts. And I remember that. Thank you for that, Sherwin M. Thank you for that. Yeah, I saw an interview where he said a lot of the song is true, but in order to protect the innocent, he didn't say which parts were true and which parts were fantasy. In my mind, knowing some of the things that happened to Marley in his career before he left Jamaica, before he escaped Jamaica to move to London to write this song, right? Remember he escaped
Yeah.
a murder attempt.
Assassination. Yeah.
Yep, to go to London and wound up doing songs like this and others. I think the entire song is true. I think the entire song is true, right?
Right.
But in order to keep everybody safe during his lifetime, he's like, no, man, we just made this up. We was just jamming. We're jamming. You know what I'm saying? We just jamming, man. We came up with a thing. Part of it might be true. Part of it might. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all decide which part is true, which part is not. Right? But when you look at documentaries about Marley's life and hearing people's firsthand account of what Marley and the group of his circle went through during his era,
Right.
one could assume that the whole thing is true, right?
Yep.
And the part of it that is disturbing to me is that somebody could assume that this is just a racial thing, and it's not, because a lot of people in Marley's circle were not African Jamaican. Some of them were white, but whatever, they still Jamaican, right?
But not to cut you off, but the father was white. He was European, by the way.
The captain.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And now you're not cutting me. I'm glad you added that. I was going. But here's the thing though. And see, it was not just about that type of. It was not like just a racial depression. It was a greed, a money grab.
Yeah,
Right. That's all.
political.
Yeah.
Between the JLP and as I said, Siaga and Manley. You know, both of them fighting for power. You know,
Right.
there was a lot of killing. You know, that was going on in them times. You know, so you know, and I'm glad you said that about that whole assassination thing. Yeah, they tried to get him a couple times. Not only just once, a couple times.
Yeah.
You know, so in order for me to get out the struggle now, I gotta leave Trench Town.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? Because if you really go down to Trench Town, bro, down that place, they have no running water like
No
that.
running water. Yep.
They living under something that we call galvanized, which is like aluminum tops.
Right.
Like what you put on when hurricane comes, like shutters.
Right. Or a barn or something.
So, right.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, they live out of that, bro, and they squat on certain lands. I'm telling you, the roads is messed up down there. It's really bad, bro. Right. So when Marley say, yo, freedom came to me one day, meaning say, you know what? I have my chance to go Europe, go London.
Right.
And I'm about to go, you understand? Because I can't stay in Jamaica. It's too dangerous. People trying to attempt assassination on my life. Right? I gotta go. But while trotting up the road now, Mr. Brown see him.
Right.
And said, no, sir. You're not get me like that.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And if you look, and if you even go further down, you say, oh no, my boy say, yo, my reflexes was good to me that day.
Right.
So meaning say when my boy tried to pull out first like a Western now, my boy Bob said he was quicker. 3 shots. Bam, bam, bam.
Right.
You understand? No, in order him fleeing now, they tried to probably frame him and say he shot the deputy.
Right.
But we never kill no deputy, bro.
Right.
Where y'all get that from? I shot the sheriff. Yes, I acknowledge that.
Right.
And it was in self-defense. You know, so he didn't have a choice. He didn't have a choice but to go. That's why you see a lot of island people, not only Jamaica, but Trinidad, Grenada, Guyana, Antigua. Shout out to Hewlett Samuel. You know, all these people come from the islands to come to America or Europe to get a better life.
Right.
You understand what I mean? And at the same time, sometimes you don't want to stay, you know. It's just to build our wealth, try and get what we need, because I know one day we're going to have to go back. You know, so it's crazy.
So
I think he did come back too.
Yeah. He to perform the song "I Shot the Sheriff."
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, and so one of the things that's concerning to me is that a deputy died and a sheriff died, right? Nobody even was concerned about, you know what I'm saying, who shot the deputy. The deputy was dead. They worried about who shot the sheriff. Bob is like, I mean, I'm sorry, it's vice versa. Nobody was concerned about who shot the deputy. People was concerned about who shot the sheriff. And Bob was like, yo, I ain't never killed no deputy, bro. I shot the sheriff. There's 2 people dead. I shot one. Who shot the other? You trying to frame me for both? Are you trying to get me for both? I don't know. I shot the sheriff, and it was because he drew on me, and my reflexes got the better of me. And what will be, will be. You know what I'm saying? And basically, what he's saying to that is, listen. The last part of the last verse is basically he's saying he is going to the wishing well to get something to nourish his people. You know what I'm saying? He just going to the well, you know what I'm saying, trying to nourish his people. But one day the bottom gonna wear out of his bucket and he ain't gonna be able to do it. So before that day come, he want to plant seeds that others, so that others can go to the well also and nourish his people. Right? That's what he's saying the whole time. It's like, yo, I'm going to the well, bringing back this nourishment, but one day my bucket gonna be wore out. And when my bucket wears out, I can't, the nourishment can't stop. Others have to grab their bucket and wear their bucket out too.
Right.
All right. So let me say this real quick, right? Now, it could be two type of seeds, right? It could be, because when us island people say seeds, we mean our kids, right?
Right.
And so in a sense, you could say Bob was teaching the kids certain ways, right?
Right.
But the deputy always coming and be like, yo, this is not how it's supposed to be. You understand what I mean? And I try to derail the kids from certain philosophies that Bob believed in.
Right.
Now, when you say bucket, right, and when it wear out, if you look at all his kids, from Ziggy to Junior Gong to Stephen Marley to Julian, all of these guys are successful.
Right.
And they have seeds that they have already planted too. His youngest Junior Gong's son has a song with her. If anybody knows of that song, go check it out. It's a nice song. Right? So you see certain artists, they bucket wear out. So the seeds that they grew before gonna have to keep on doing it until they keep on wearing out, if you get what I'm saying.
Okay.
Right? Because you're gonna go to the well, and the well gonna have all its riches. It's gonna have a lot of water. But one day I'm not gonna be able to hold it up. So my seeds is going to take over for me. Because if you look at his legacy right now, bro, he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right?
Right.
And it's a shame Jamaica has not given this man an order of distinction. You understand what I mean? It's like it's ridiculous. Because if you go to Europe, bro, and you see all of these people in one stadium,
right,
bro, it's not even our complexion, but
right.
To you a little bit freezy.
Ha ha ha!
But not to me and Chuck.
Right.
It's a bunch of Caucasian people. I don't even want to say that, you know, not the other word, but it's a bunch of those people. And they want to twist their hair just like us.
Smoke that ganja.
Anything you want to
just
call
like
it freezy. You understand what I'm saying? Because,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, they want to smoke.
It's deep, bro. It's deep.
Right.
You know,
right.
Cause we could go ahead and dissect it on it, but we got other topics that we got to get to.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And so for the record, bro, I'm a fan of humanity, bro. Like I'm a fan of humanity, man. Like I saw the video of him doing this song live. And so the most beautiful thing about the song, the performance, was not even the performance. The girls in the background was ooh, 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 oh. They was getting it, boy. But when you look out to that crowd of 30,000 people in the rain, standing in the mud, bro, that 30,000 people were not the blackest people you ever saw in your life. It was a mix of everybody. White people, black people, whatever. A mix of everybody. And it wasn't like a certain section was here A certain section was here, and a certain
Nah, they
section was
was
here,
all in the crowd mixed together.
mixed together, right? Because
And one thing, Freezy, I'm gonna cut you. The ladies that you're talking about, they are called the I trees. Okay.
okay,
Marcia Griffiths, I think Rita, and oh God, I forgot the other one name, but these three are the I trees. The
right,
only one that kind of made it successful was Marcia Griffiths.
okay,
All right, so you could go ahead, take a look at how she been in the music industry solo by herself over 20 years. She
okay,
have nice music, right? So check her
okay,
out, Marcia Griffiths.
okay, okay. Yeah, man, they sounded fantastic. Bob was fantastic, right? The lyrics, the band, fantastic. The most beautiful thing is the sea of humanity, bro. Everybody, different colors, races, socioeconomic backgrounds. It was all love, humanity, bro. It was just humanity. To me, that was the most beautiful thing of it all, right? The most beautiful to me. That's the most beautifulest thing, right? Sometimes we say the most beautifulest things in this world are just like random stuff, but this right here, it's like if you saw. It's like if you saw me and Staffadan at the game in Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? Two dudes, two different backgrounds. We ain't cared nothing about what people was saying about us. Staffadan telling jokes, I'm laughing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We enjoying ourselves. I'm bullying Staffadan. Put that dark soda down. You know what I mean? We don't. It's a beautiful thing. Like when people just forget about everything else and just remember that we human beings. You know what I'm saying? That to me, that's what I got out of that. Like people that care about a bigger thing than the small thing, which is a lot of times is money and what money can provide.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
It's
man.
true. It's true because with money, comes jealousy, greed, envy.
Yep.
You understand what I mean?
Yep.
We making money and I end up buying a Bentley, but you end up buying a Honda Accord. But we was making the same money, so why be jealous of me?
Right.
Or is it my swag?
Right.
Or I get all the girls? What
Right.
is it? I'm just better than you.
It's definitely your swag. It's definitely your swag, yo.
You understand what I mean? So money, as I say, money is the root of all evil, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's the love of money.
Yeah.
It's it's
Yeah.
it's when it's loving anything too much. It can become toxic or evil to you.
But
Yeah.
but Chuck, hear the thing about it. When you die, you can't take the money.
No, you can't take it with you.
You know,
Take it.
You can't because you
But
didn't come you
continue.
because you didn't come here with it. And so
Right.
when you leave, you can't take it with you. Yeah.
I mean, the Egyptians they tried, but
Yeah.
we saw how that went.
And it's still here.
Um,
Yeah.
but I understand, right? It's the wealth is still here. You know,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
what I'm saying is that when you worship money, right, then
Yeah.
money becomes uh your god, and you'll do anything when you love it that much. Just like if you love a
Right.
person, you love
Right.
it. There's nothing you wouldn't do for Miss Mocha. You know
Right.
what I mean? So
Right.
so when money is loved that way, money's not going to love you back like a Miss Mocha would. Money
Right.
is just going to have you.
Except make garlic bread. I refuse to make garlic bread for her, bro. I ain't doing that shit. Fuck that. Fuck that. I gotta draw a line somewhere, bro. That garlic bread, man, is I'm not like the caprese bread. The caprese bread, like you put in the
Mhm.
oven, you toast it, you put your cheese on it, you put a caprese sauce on it with the tomatoes and the cheese, and it looked fantastic when you set it out on the table and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But bruh, what your house smell like while you making it?
Yeah, boy.
Mm, yeah,
Yeah, boy.
yeah, yeah.
It
Nah,
gets
I
in your
don't.
nose.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, but no, I get what you're saying, bro. I definitely get what you're saying. Y'all want to wrap up on this one so that we can move on to what would the next one be? Did we pick another one? Yeah.
Uh, when doves cry.
When doves cry, bro. Yo,
All right.
Bob Marley, you make me sick, bro. We spent 50 minutes on you, Bob Marley. Dang it! But it was necessary. It
Yeah,
was
man.
necessary. Hey, so just for the sake of time, I'm gonna just run through When Doves Cry so that we can just chop it up real quick, okay?
Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna just run through it real quick. All right, Staffa.
Yeah, man, go
So
ahead.
so Prince wrote a song or created a song, When Doves Cry, for the Purple Rain soundtrack. What people don't know, and this is an urban legend. The urban legend goes, Prince came home after a performance, got home 5 o'clock in the morning, sat down, played the music for the song. By 5 p.m. that same day, When Doves Cry was completed from beginning to end. 12 hours. In 12 hours, he created When Doves Cry. Right. And so the thing is, a girl had his mind so twisted up because at the time he could have whatever girl he wanted. Right. This is Prince was already a happening artist. Controversy had been Dirty Mind, all this stuff he had already released stuff. But a girl that he couldn't get was prettier, smarter, slicker, cooler than all the other girls that were throwing themselves at him at the word hello. At the word hello, these girls, Prince say hello, they'd be butt naked, ready to do whatever Prince wants. There's one girl who was not that. And so it drove him into this thing of making this song When Doves Cry for the Purple Rain soundtrack. And I'll read the lyrics, right? Dig, if you will, a picture of you and I engaged in a kiss. The sweat of your body covers me. Can you dig, my darling? Can you picture this? Dream, if you can, a courtyard and oceans of violets in bloom. Animals strike curious poses. They feel the heat between me and you. How can you just leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Touch, if you will, my stomach. Feel how it trembles inside. You've got the butterflies all tied up. Don't make me chase you. Even doves have pride. How can you just leave me standing alone in a world so cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. How can you leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. All right. All right. So here's the thing. There's a lot of stuff to this. Right? Chuck, y'all want to go first? Y'all want to go first? Or y'all want me to go first?
I'm gonna be very brief because the way you biting your fingernails, you're about to break all
Yo.
all the great talking points. um, now you can go. You can go. I have more questions than the actual breakdown. So you go ahead and break it down, and I'll try not to cut you off too much. But when I have a question, I'm gonna throw it in there.
All right. So let me start. Stafford, you want to go or you want me to go?
I'm gonna be very brief.
Okay.
So he started off, dig this, telling the girl, all right, dig this, mommy. Let's engage in a kiss real quick. You know what I mean? And picture this, like, in the ocean, violets, and just picture me and you together, you know what I mean, holding it down. You know what I mean? One love. And then it's like they yell at each other so much, it's like there's no chemistry.
Right.
You feel me? Why are we yelling? So then after he sits back and he think about it, is it because I'm like my mother, or is it because it's like my father? So he's trying to figure that out, where he, which one of the chromosomes he has more, either the daddy or the mommy.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, I could finish, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and take over, Freezy.
I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. Every time I hear these lyrics, I'm like, yo, this has to be the baddest chick Prince has ever seen, bro. This has got to be the best. Yo, Chuck, you ever come across like a chick just randomly, like think about it, like we all halfway decent, like, we feel like, in the right situation, we can kind of pull like whatever. Like I already got somebody that I've been with like 30 years. I got lucky early, right?
Right.
But back then I felt like, hey, you remember I told you the Janet Jackson story?
Yeah.
Like, yo, Janet right there. Yo, I may as well shoot my shot right now. You know what I'm saying? Now imagine Prince. Imagine Prince coming across the most beautiful thing that he has ever seen. Imagine Prince having to use his A game. Prince having to use his A game, bro. Stop it. That Prince said to this chick, Prince is like, yo, Prince ain't say, listen, I'm gonna spit my A game. Prince says, dream if you can in the courtyard of oceans of violets and bloom. He like, yo, he ain't walking up to her, but like, yo, look at me. I'm Prince. You gonna go with me or not? Prince ain't saying that. Prince is legit like, my A game ain't good enough. I gotta step my game up to holler at this chick. Can you imagine how fine a chick has to be for a dude of Prince's stature to have to use his A game? Right? And so he like, I'm already nervous talking to you, but just you look at me and my eyes got these butterflies in my stomach all tied up. You know what I'm saying? He legit is like telling her, you are so beautiful. I got to use my A game, and just talking to you makes me, Prince, nervous. I got butterflies in my stomach, but just talking to you got these butterflies all tied up, because I can imagine what we can do if given the opportunity. He talking to her like, yo, there's a line in here I want to repeat, and it just tell you how crazy it is, right? Prince says to her, when we start making love, animals are gonna strike curious poses. So even the animals are not gonna be as freaky as I am gonna be with you. Right? Animals, bro. Animals don't care nothing about, animals is just like to get straight to it. They, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they just gonna be like, hold up.
They
I ain't mean to cut you, Freezy. But yes, just that whole pose is like, imagine a deer just walking by and all of a sudden they just posing looking. These strange poses. And that's crazy. The deers, the squirrels, everybody just making weird looks. Like,
they looking at Prince like, what?
What's going on over there?
Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. This thing just and the thing is he trying to appeal to her on every level imaginable. He like trying to appeal to her sense of beauty. He trying to appeal to her animal carnal nature. He trying to appeal to her spirit, like yeah. At the end of this, I'm just a man. I'm made up of my mother and father. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they not perfect, but here I am. Right? Man, listen, it's so many different things. It's so many different things, man. It's so many different things that just go on, man, in this thing. And so what he's saying to her is listen, I know I'm a rock star. I know I got all this bread. I know I got all this stuff. Right? I know I got all this stuff going on. But for you, I will cry. Right? For you, I will cry. For you, I will shed a tear. Right? And for you, all these things that I'm saying to you, this is what it sounds like when doves cry. Right? It's crazy, bro. That's what I got from that. Is that too much stuff?
Nah. Plus, you gotta factor in she was never satisfied.
Yeah.
Everything Prince did, wine and dine her. You know what I mean? Take her to the expensive restaurants. Take her to this, to that. But then after he still got to question himself, like, am I too demanding? You know what I mean? It's like,
right.
Yo, why we yell at each other all the time?
Right.
You know, it's like,
right.
You know, I'm giving you everything that you need, everything that you want, but you're just never satisfied.
Right. Right.
So, you know, so I guess there's a bunch of arguments that's been going on. He's providing, but somehow, some way, she makes it an argument. You know, and then, as I say, he got to question himself: am I like my mom,
right,
or am I like my dad, too demanding?
Right.
And then on top of it, you go and you leave me standing in the cold.
Right.
Like, yo, we was having a good discussion, or we was arguing, if it may be the case, and you just left.
Right. Right.
In the cold. Like,
right.
You ain't give a hoot.
Right.
What kind of cold-hearted stuff is that, lady?
Right.
But then he goes back again and question himself, like, am I too demanding?
Right. Right. Yeah, man.
But it's like a two-edged sword, bro, because you know she's never satisfied what he do, but yet still he's questioning himself, like, is he too demanding? So, you know, it's a weird situation, bro. You know, having to argue about stuff like that. You know, which I never want to be in that situation.
Right. Or maybe his game is not strong enough for her.
That's what I was going to say. Like he came, like you said, he appealed in the beginning. Like I'm not coming with the regular game. Yo, what's up? What's your name? What's your sign?
Right.
Yo, dig this. What if me and you engaged in a kiss? What if I kissed you right now? What would you do? How would you respond? Right?
Right.
Um Then he's like, yo, Shorty, do you know what I could do? Yo, we should be having sweat dripping off us right now. Like you standing here BSing, like you know what I mean? But it's not working.
Right.
It's not like, wait a minute, I'm Prince.
Right.
And I'm laying my Mac down and you standing here acting like you not. Now I gotta question my my now I'm questioning my pride, questioning myself, questioning my confidence. Like, yo, what's going on, mate? Maybe I'm being too demanding. Maybe, yo, this is too much for her too fast. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm too bold. Like my dad was a bold dude. Like maybe I'm jumping out the window by coming at her like this.
Right.
Okay, because guess what? When you don't seal the deal, when you don't get the goods, you're left out in the cold.
Right.
That's the
Right.
thing. Oh, he's out in the cold, didn't get it done. So now I'm out here on this limb trying to get you to, let me touch them cheeks, and you, nah. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, all right then. Well, if you're not really feeling me with this, well, listen. I didn't mean to come off like all I'm after one thing, but look at this. The way you got me feeling schoolboy right now. I got
Right.
butterflies in my stomach. Here, put your hand on my stomach. You can feel that? You doing
Right.
that to me, girl. That's
Right.
you. Like you
Right.
said, now he's appealing to her softer side, you know.
Right.
Because I try to be direct about it, but you felt some kind of way
Right.
and gave me the Kimbe Matumbo. No, no,
Right.
no, 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 no. Right. So now
Right.
I have to do something because uh nah, I don't want to say that because I might be wrong. But yo, man, my nuts are hurting over here, and this is what it sounds like when doves cry.
It does cry. Right. 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 Right.
Homie just lonely, man. So he start crying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yo, can and the odd thing is in the beginning, Prince is saying like, dare if you will, just imagine, girl, listen, me and you in a kiss. Your body, my body is covered with your sweat. Do you know what that's gonna feel like? She's like, oh boy. So then he like, yo, I can't appeal you with my sex. So let me appeal to your nature. Imagine an ocean of flowers, me and you walking, holding hands in the ocean of flowers. You know what I'm saying? He appealed to her nature. That don't work. Then he like, well, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm being too bold. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm like my father. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I'm just like my mother. She never satisfied. Maybe I'm just. So he's saying all these things to this girl. She right here in front of him. Right? So he pulling out his A game. Look, like this is not. Prince can walk off stage and say hello, and 30 women will throw themselves at Prince off
Yes.
hello, right? Then he meets the one that's a challenge. You know what I'm saying? He meet the one that's a challenge. He like, hey baby, I'm Prince. She's like, so I'm Martha. So good to meet you. She about to walk off, and he like grab her like, oh wait a minute. Imagine if you can. This dude coming in this
Yeah.
game, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this dude legit had to go in his bag. He like, yo, it's 1,000 chicks in here, and she the baddest one, and he can't pull her. He walk over, he walk up to her. He like, hey, I'm Prince. She's like, so, like, oh man, like, okay, now he got to get into his bag. And so listen, I know that don't happen to Stafford Don. So Stafford Don ain't never been turned down by a chick. So I already know he don't understand what I'm talking about, right? But Stafford, there is a world where a man will talk to a woman and she not feeling him off the rip. Now I know you don't understand what that's like, but I'm saying sometimes dudes have to get into their bag, bro. Dudes have to
I
say,
feel you. I feel you on
imagine if
that
you
one.
can
Listen,
in my picture.
I have been turned. I have been turned down a couple of times. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
listen, every man get turned down a couple of times.
But
You
look,
know what I mean? But
he had to get in his bag though.
more time you have to strike the iron when it's hot. So
Yeah,
if you see any little slippage, you just, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Capture the moment at that time, yo. So
Right.
that's how
That's what I'm
what it
saying.
is, what it is.
That's what I'm
So 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 with the lyric, he goes when he says, maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother, right? So
Yeah.
he's saying you're like, and no matter what my father did, my mom was never satisfied with what he was doing. She always found something to complain about. And here you in the midst of greatness and you're acting as if you're not impressed. Like I have to do all of this.
What?
You're not satisfied. Oh, maybe you just like my mother.
Oh
Maybe.
man. Yeah, Chuck, that's a great point. That's a great point, bro. That's a golly, boy. Prince is going in his bag on this one, bro.
Yeah.
And this is what it sounds like when doves cry. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy. Y'all got anything else to add to on this one?
Doves.
Oh my bad.
Well, doves. Doves represent a new beginning, a purity, and you
Right.
messing up this good thing. This is when you don't succumb to the purple glow. This is what happens. This is what it sounds like. You getting in your car, me getting in my car, and we going our separate ways. That's what doves sound like when they cry, baby. You don't want them doves to cry.
What? So to your point, Chuck, to your point though about the new beginning, I never even thought about that. And that's the reason why people let doves loose at weddings and funerals and stuff, right? The
Hmm.
new beginning, the new journey, right?
Hmm.
So he's
Yes.
saying he's saying that you won't let this new beginning take place, and the doves are somewhat upset about this because you can't start this new journey with Prince,
Yep.
this new beginning between us.
Yep.
God dog it, Chuck. Yeah, I hate talking to you sometimes, man, because you be bringing up that like you get deep like on that thing, bro. And I was like, God dog it. She don't even know what she missing yet.
Nope.
Oh man, bro.
Nope.
Oh man, that was fire, bro. God dog it.
That's it for me.
Yeah, that's it for me too. You can
Yo,
move
Chuck,
on from Prince.
I think that's a mic drop right there, yo. When
Yeah,
Chuck bring
man.
up the doves in a new beginning,
Yeah,
oh,
he just added more gravy to the food, bro.
hey Chuck, you good at this stuff, bro. Hey, you good at this stuff, bro.
I'll have a moment or two every now and then.
Oh man, yo, that was yo, that was, I don't a new beginning. Oh my God, bro.
Shout out to Jay Boogie in the chat.
Oh, Jay
Salute to
Boogie.
you, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Jay Boogie, bro. Jay Boogie was good.
This was a
Yo,
conversation for him too, if he was free.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Dang, Chuck, I've been listening to When Doves Cry for like 30 years, and it hadn't even dawned. The new beginning part is something that I had never thought about until you said it. Until you said it just now. And then I imagined the beginning of the video where Prince is in the tub and the doves are flying in the room. And so I'm like,
Okay. So doves crying is actually a symbol that means things are changing from bad to good, a prophecy that whatever you're going through is coming to an end.
really?
I'm reading that off of
That's deep. That's
Yeah.
deep right there.
the haunting meaning behind when doves cry.
Oh, wow. Wow. I never heard that before. That's crazy. Yo, that's crazy, bro. Is that what you thought when you first heard it? Well, not first heard the song.
So
My bad, man.
When I started looking at the lyrics, yes. When you sing things and you say things over and over because it sounds good, and you're like, man, this sounds really good. But then
Right.
when you really examine it, well, what does words have meaning? And I know in this day and age, words don't, because you could tell
Right.
someone you were literally waiting on them for a million minutes,
Yeah.
which is impossible.
Right.
Can't literally do that, right?
Right.
So anyway, uh, I know doves have. I knew doves had a significance, like they represent uh uh life, hope, renewal, peace, things like that. So I just kind of put that in there. Maybe I might have went a little too deep, but that's what I got from it. Like, okay, like you're really trying to impress this woman, and you're like, yo, how are you not impressed? One, because it's me. Two, because I'm saying these things that no one said to you, and you're still treating me like I'm a scrub. We're doing all of this talking, when we could be doing what we came to do. And the fact that we don't do what we came to do, this is what it sounds like when doves cry, because they're not at peace. Yo, I put everybody to sleep.
Nah, man. Nah, man. Nah, man. Nah, man. You got me thinking, bro. Like, damn. Nah, man. You ain't. Nah, man. I'm trying to find a macho way to say that was some beautiful ass shit to make it not sound soft. You know what I'm saying? Like what you said
Wow.
was like you know what I'm saying? Like what you said, like it's some real deep and meaningful stuff. I'm trying to say that in a macho way, like yeah, you know what I mean? Dang,
Yes, sir.
man. Yeah, man. That yeah. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Prince, man.
Yeah, man.
Salute to him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all ready
But
to talk about DMX's slipping?
I think everybody been waiting for that, the grand
Let's
finale.
The grand
let's
finale?
do it.
Okay. 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 Let me see here real quick. Hmm. Um. So y'all want so Chuck, you want to go with this one, or y'all want me to read it? Or y'all want me to read this one out, or how you want to go about doing it?
Um, yeah,
It
you can
don't
read it.
matter to me.
You can read
Okay.
it. It don't matter to me.
I'll read it. I'll read it out real quick. Okay. So these are the lyrics to "Slippin" by the rap artist DMX. This song is on the album "Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood," released in 1998. Right. So the lyrics start out with a short soliloquy by DMX, and he said, "See, to live is to suffer, but to survive, well, that's to find the meaning in something." And then the chorus, the hook goes, "Hey, yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up. Get back on my feet so I can tear shit up." Right? And so DMX says, "I've been through mad different phases, like Masons, to find my way. And now I know happy days are not far away. I'm strong enough, I'll live long enough to see my kids do something more constructive with their time than bids. I know because I've been there. Now I'm in there. Sit back and what it looks like for me to get there. First came the drama with my mama. She got on some BS till I split and said, I'm gonna be that seed that doesn't need much to succeed, strapped with mad greed and a heart that doesn't bleed. I'm ready for the world, or at least I thought I was, begging when I caught a buzz for thinking about how short I was. Going too fast, it wouldn't last, but yo, I couldn't tell. Group homes and institutions prepared my ass for jail. They put me in a situation forcing me to be a man when I was just learning to stand without a helping hand. Damn, was it my fault? Something I did to make a father leave his first kid at 7 doing my first bid. Back on the scene at 14 with the scheme to get more cream than I'd ever seen in a dream. And by all means, I will be living half the hog. And never gave much about my dogs. That's my only. I had to offer my last, just another little something headed nowhere fast. And I'm slipping, falling, can't get up. So that's the chorus. Yeah, we all know the chorus. And then that ain't the half. It gets worse as I get older. Actions become bolder. Heart got colder. Chip on my shoulder. That I dared someone to touch. Didn't need a click because I scared people that much. One deep. Went to gigs, starting stuff for kicks. Catching Vicks, throwing bricks, getting by, being slick. Used to get high just to get by. Used to have it in the morning to get fly. I ate something, couple of 40s, maybe hate something. I did some now, and I'm ready to take something. 3 years later, showing signs of stress. Didn't keep my hair cut or gave an F about how I dress. I'm possessed by the darker side, living a cruddy life. Like this is kept a joke with a belly knife. Want to make records, but I'm all screwed up. I'm slipping, falling, and I can't get up. I'm slipping, falling, can't get up. I'm slipping, falling, can't get up. Then it wasn't long before I hit rock bottom. Like, damn, look how that rock got him. Open like a window, know my endo. Look at a video saying to myself that could have been you. Believe me, it could be done. Something's got to give. It's got to change because I got a son. I got to do the right thing for shorty, and that means no more getting high, drinking 40s. So I get back looking type slick again, fake jump back on my again. Nothing but love from those that know how it feel, and much respect to all my peoples that kept it real. Be strong. Keep from doing wrong. Who they is, and this is your song. And to my boo, who stuck with through all the bullshit, you get yours because it's due. Hey, I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up. And those are the lyrics to Slippin' by DMX, released in 1998. So, Chuck, what are you thinking when you hear those lyrics?
First of all, that is my favorite song. Uh, One of my favorite songs of all time. Period. It's absolutely in my top 5, and it shall not be moved. Um, uh, this song meant a lot to me. Um, it was one of the songs during my rehab. I listened to every day, uh, all day, um, because the chorus kept me kept me focused. Not being able to walk, not being able to stand, can't even put on your shoes. Uh, and I just kept repeating that to myself every day. I'm slipping, I'm falling, can't get up, but I'm gonna bounce on my feet and I'm gonna tear it up. Um, this is uh, a song that is so layered, like a guy who understands how he got to the point that he was, uh, we were able to go from a young man with a troubled upbringing, um, a mother who didn't care, and a father who wasn't there. So it was the streets raising him.
Right.
And as soon as he thought he was at a place where he could, I'm a man now, I can stand on my own 2 feet, then I'm just hit with and more life ills that I'm not prepared for, right?
Right.
Um, I'm dealing with all this pain and this suffering. Uh, the only uh, not even a person that I can relate to is a dog,
Right.
because the dog represents something that I've been missing, is love and loyalty,
Yeah.
right? You feed a
Unconditional.
dog unconditional. You could pop Benny right now for doing something. 5 minutes later, he'll be right by your foot, ready to play. Like he
Right.
doesn't understand. Like he doesn't hold a grudge, right?
Right.
So
Right.
so you have a guy who 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 had a rough upbringing, wasn't given wasn't nurtured properly, learning to do things on his own, bumping his head, then getting addicted to drugs, and then watching drugs take him to a place uh, where the few people that were by him couldn't even recognize him. You know, uh, you can tell that he can't hide from his demons anymore because he's looking the part now, right?
Right. Right.
And to feed that demon, he has to go on the hunt and the prowl to feed that beast on the inside of him, right?
Right.
But here comes another another dove with an olive branch in his mouth. He has a son,
Yeah.
and his son makes him look at everything with a new perspective. Like it's not about me and my things. I could have been these things. I still have a chance to be these things. So, but I have to do this not just for me, but for him, so that he don't have to grow up in a situation that I grew up in. So I'm gonna kick these drugs. I'm gonna get myself together, and I'm gonna be who I'm destined to be. This was a great song of redemption, of perseverance, overcoming. The
Right.
testament of a true warrior. That's why I love
Right.
that song, because it was the most honest. You have never heard any rapper talk about being on rocks.
Right.
You have rappers that are ashamed of being correctional officers.
Right. Right.
But this guy said, "Man, I was on drugs. It's not something I can hide from. It is what it is, but I bounced back from that."
Right.
That's it. I don't want to say I could talk forever. I love this song.
Right. Right. What's good, Steph?
Um, boy, there's so many layers to this song. Chuck just broke it down, but one of the things that that got to me was the first set of lyrics where he said, um, you're gonna suffer in life. But when you get to know what real suffering is, you know what I mean, you're gonna know that you know you gotta be prepared for these things, you know, because everything don't be handed out to you, you know. Then going through different phases in life, you know, probably being going to church, probably uh, being something that he want to be, but he end up, I guess, being a Mason. And I guess he said there were better days coming, right? And you know, his mom didn't really care. His dad wasn't there, you know, so he had to go out and hustle like any other man growing up to survive. You know, back in the islands, you know, if you want to survive, you go sell coconut or you go pick some mangoes and you know go sell them five for $1 or something. You know what I mean? So he went out there with the fire, with all the whatever he was selling. He made sure that he had to smoke an L first before he hit the streets. Make sure he was well good and he looked good too, because you see he had to be fly. So and then in the midst of everything, doing the hustling, he ended up getting into coke. Now this is always the rule: never get high on your own supply, and that's what he was doing until he didn't really give a hoot how he was looking.
Right.
Whether it be his shoes, his clothes,
haircut,
nothing. Yeah, he just didn't care. I mean, he figured like life wasn't worth it. But as Chuck said, there comes this olive branch, his son. And he don't want his son to be growing up in a situation where he needed to be. So he made sure that he got himself together. You know what I mean? And knowing that one day, his son will have everything and he don't have to go through the struggle that what he went through. But then growing up in life, in general, you're gonna have to go through struggles. You're gonna have to go through some pains. You know what I mean? And going through the pain just make you know better. What's your do's and your don'ts, what's your strengths, what's your weaknesses. You know what I mean? And try to turn it in a positive way. So the song is very powerful, man. It's like, you slip and you fall and you can't get up. It's like you going more deeper and deeper and deeper into a situation where you can't dig yourself out. But one day you're gonna get there. And Chuck said it all, man. The perseverance, the determination to get out this particular life. You know what I mean? And take care of his family and be a responsible dude. Even when he was going through the situations, he couldn't even make records because he was so messed up. Had him stupid.
right?
But he came out of it. I'm proud of him. Rest in power, DMX. We miss you, bro. And I just like Chuck. I'm gonna leave the ending to you, man.
Man, listen. Hey, man. For those of y'all that are looking at me right now, right? For those of y'all looking at me right now, like this is one of those songs that is about the man in the mirror, right? This is about the man in the mirror. This ain't about a fairy tale that happened somewhere else, and you know, whatever. This is about the man in the mirror. Like DMX was forced into a rough life at an early age. Remember, he said this started as early as 7 years old, going to all these different places, institutionalized, all these. This man had an issue, right? This kid had an issue as early as way back as 6, 7 years old. This kid had an issue, right? Trying to figure these things out. Like, why doesn't anybody love me? Right? This is what I heard him say about him writing this song in his early albums. Like when he was a kid, he was trying to figure out, yo, I'm just a kid. Why don't nobody love me, man? Why don't nobody nurture me? You know what I'm saying? I'm just a kid. I didn't ask to be here. These are like the DMX words, man. The man had tears in his eyes. This is 40-year-old, 40-something-year-old DMX, 30-something-year-old DMX, still wearing jerseys and still wilding out at concerts and still doing a whole bunch of stuff. Like, yo, you know, when I think back to 25 years ago, 30 years ago, when I was a kid, I was trying to figure out why nobody loved me, right? So listen, when I hear this song, clearly, this person is depressed, right? And not in a, oh, this one event got me down type thing. I'm talking about this person is DMX is depressed because a series of events have been occurring in his life since day one. Right? A series of events been occurring in his life since day one, and it's not about the stuff that he wrote in the song about him robbing people, jacking people, intimidating people, and all these type things. It ain't about that, man. Right? Because no matter how hard you are, this is fact. No matter how hard you are, how tough you think you are, there's people out there tougher. Right? And I don't care who you are. Like there's like these things about like, yo, man, you know, I do the, you know, I walk these, man, I'm so tough. I got you. I feel you. I feel you. But no matter how tough you are, there's people out here tougher. Right? And the thing is with this thing with DMX is he learned that at an early age. Like he went through this thing like going in and out of institutions and stuff, having to be like this thing that he didn't want to be because he's reflective. Right? He's reflective in this song, looking back. Like at that time where I was forced, well, I thought I was being forced to do these things. I didn't want to be there. I just wanted to be a kid. And the thing about like with the dogs and all that stuff, it's just, to me, it harkens back to, man, my man was thrown into a bad situation and he just wanted it to be simple. Right? Can it be simple? Right? Right? Can it all be simple? Like I don't want it to be, I didn't ask for this rough upbringing. And right? And trying to climb my way out of this tough situation, I constantly find myself sliding, slipping back into this situation that is harmful to me as a person, right? And I can't get out of this situation, so I'll find different things to cope with the situation. I can't get out of it, right? So I'll do stuff to cope with it, right? So I can't leave. I can't get out of this situation, so I'll lean on drugs to at least deal with the situation temporarily. DMX said, I used to get high just to get by, right? That's what DMX said. I used to get high just to get by. That means his situation was so tough, so rough. No matter how tough he was, the situation forced him to get high just to get by. And when you're in situations like that, you're like, no matter what I do, the world has something against me, man. What other alternative do I have? Right? And some people in that situation, this is where I say DMX should be commended. Because a lot of people in that situation, just kill themselves or commit suicide, or kill somebody else, or do something where somebody else will be forced to kill them. Right? We spoke to this situation when we did the movie review for Boys in the Hood. Like, you can't escape the situation. The situation has you trapped. So now you kill somebody knowing that one day they're gonna smoke you back. Right? The slow death. Right? Is what DMX was doing. He couldn't escape from this situation, so he chose escapism. He didn't kill himself or commit suicide. Even though I believe the suicidal thoughts was there. Right? I think the suicidal thoughts was there, because when you at a stage like when DMX said, "Look how I hit rock bottom. Damn, look how that rock got him." You know what I'm saying? When he say stuff like that, when people feel like they hit rock bottom, they don't feel like there is ever a way out. Right? And every time he get off the mat to try to climb his way up, he's slipping and falling and can't get up. Right? Even his dream of being an entertainer on the highest level, being on TV, was out of his reach, because every time he tried to make some steps forward, he would slip and fall and couldn't get up. Right? And so the thing would come in, and eventually the same thing, the same path wound up taking his life. The same path. He wrote this song, lived 20 more years, or it was 20 something more years, and the same path got him. Right? And so when you look at it, when you hear somebody screaming out for help through all these things, right? When you see somebody calling out for help, when he wrote this song, I heard the haunting vocals. Slipping, falling, I can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping. So I'm listening to the song, and I'm like, yo, this song is fire. Because I too was dealing with a situation like this. Mine wasn't physical. My physical thing had happened before that. But my thing was economics, right? My thing, I was, man, I had 1,000 kids. I still have 1,000 kids. They got 1,000 kids. And I'm broke as hell. Can't support myself, let alone kids over here, kids over there, a family, a good girl that just want to do the right thing. She in love with a dude that's slipping and falling and can't get up. But she's staying with me the whole time. Like it's okay, baby. Listen, we failed today, but tomorrow's another day. And I'm thinking, like, I got guns in the room and I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Either I'm gonna get somebody or I'm gonna get myself. Right? All these crazy thoughts. Then you think like that, and then one of the babies come running through the room with a pamper on. You know what I'm saying? Then you like, I can't get myself, and I can't get nobody else. I got to stay on this grind. You know what I'm saying? Because the future is around here, everywhere I look. You know what I'm saying? And if I do something crazy, you know what I'm saying, like bust out here and do whatever, then my kids, the ones that won't have Pop Dukes around, I'll be writing music. I've been through mad different phases, like Masons, trying to find my way. They'll be the ones writing these lyrics because they pops is not here, right? And so with that said, I think the origin to this is not that DMX had bad parents, right? I'm not saying DMX had bad parents. I'm saying the situation was rough, right? His pops is not there. And so for those of y'all thinking like, yo, I'm gonna just grab this thing, man, and just think about the kids. Like you do your thing and you be gone. You kill yourself, you locked up, somebody kill you. Then your seeds will be strapped with mad greed and a heart that couldn't bleed. You know what I'm saying? So DMX is writing this poem to himself because of the circle of events that causes people to go through mad different phases, like Masons trying to find a way. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully to see a brighter day, right? DMX is writing this joint. It's not even about the entertainment no more. This is about the connection, right? And the screaming for help, right? This is about DMX and the connection with his fans, reaching out to us for help, and us being such fans of the music, we didn't try to go save this guy from himself. When you heard this, Chuck Staffa, when you heard the song, I bet you the first thing you thought about was, yo, this song is fire. I'm digging this. I'm feeling this song. Nobody ever thought this man is reaching out for help. Somebody need to help him. That's any of y'all thought that when you first heard it?
Nah, you're right. You're right. That's a fact. All I was just saying it was a hot song.
Right.
You know, I never really digged into it that deep at that time.
Right. Like somebody need to help. Somebody need to help this man.
Yeah, because 98 was, oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 90, I bet you in 1998, I spent about 320 days in a weight room because I was so angry, so much anger inside, right? Because I'm frustrated because I know the man that I want to be, but I know the man that I am, and I see the distance in between them, and I can't close the gap.
Right.
Right. I know the man that I want to be. I know the man that I am, and no matter what I do, I can't close the gap, whether it's on my own or with the help from other people. And DMX wrote this suicide note, kinda, to us, letting us know that he also knows the man that he is, the man that he wants to be, because he looked at TV and said that should have been you. Telling himself that should have been you, right? He understands who he is and the man that he wants to be, and can't bridge the gap. And circumstances are pushing it, are making him slip and fall down. My bad, John. I didn't mean to talk you out of death, bro. Chuck, I didn't mean to. Yeah.
Nah, you good, bro. That's why we gave you the ending. You know what I mean? You're gonna take us somewhere else, you know what I mean? So, you know,
yeah, man.
What do you get your perspective? So keep on going, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying I deal with that today. Yo, I deal with that today, bro. Like when I hear this song today, I think about the man that I want to be, and I think about the man that I am.
Right.
Right. And then I try to close that gap every day. And if that means reinventing who I am as a person, then I'm going to do that, because ultimately, the man that I want to be is more important than the impression of others. Like if others be like, yo, he fancy now, he wear linen, he do such and such, you know what I'm saying? He do blah blah blah. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit about none of that. What I want to do, and this is to the chat, and I'm sorry about my cursing and stuff, but it's DMX, man. DMX be having me in that. Yo, only thing I want to do nowadays, man, is be the most positive man that I could possibly be. Make good friends with good people and have them know that I don't want nothing from them in return except positive vibes. And I'm gonna start with positive vibes, yo. Right? I don't want nothing else. I don't want at this stage. And if it calls for me to change from what I was before to now, I will do that, and I don't care. Because I saw a dude in DMX be obsessed about what people thought. Because he said didn't care about his haircut or care about how he dressed and all these different things. Yo, man, listen, nah, bro. I don't. This song right here should have been called Reality Check. You know what I'm saying? This song should have been good, but it's Slippin'. Slippin' is appropriate because you one place, you trying to get to another, and you can't get to that place because you keep slipping and falling down and then using stuff to cope. But my bad.
Yeah, a lot of things that you know, as I said, he was gonna run into, you know. You know, when you become famous, they always, you know, come with come with the circumstances. You
Can
know,
you relate to stuff, or can you relate to this? Have you been in situations like this, like DMX?
how you mean? I'm in a situation right now. You know, but you know, I I always find a way out. I always steady the ship. I never I never think about my situation in a negative way. I try to overpower it, conquer it, and see and angle it to see how I could better the situation than to just give it up. At the same time, I keep my mouth shut because I'm very private with my situation.
Okay.
You know, depending on who it is, you know, like if I really, really trust you or whatever, me and you gonna have that conversation.
Right.
But certain things you don't let people know because in life, and then what I go through, you know, you tell certain people things and they're not happy for you.
Right. Right.
They will think negatively down on you. At one point, you might tell them something like, yo, I'm trying to do this. Nah, bro, that ain't gonna work. I don't want to hear that.
Right.
I want to hear like, yo, go get it. Do what you do.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Positive thinking because people keep slipping like, yo, your tongue is powerful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when people say things, they come to existence. You know what I mean? So I try to say things positive and make it come to reality. You know what I mean? Because the more you pout, the more you discredit yourself. You're not gonna have that confidence and that resilience to bounce back, and you're gonna keep on slipping and falling. We gonna never get up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you have to try and conquer it. You know, as life goes by, because you're gonna go through things, man. It's just how you gotta deal with it mentally and know, as you would say, the man that you want to be.
Right. Right. So you identify with the song a lot, then?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Okay.
Of course, of course, of course. Look, if you ain't going through something in life, I don't know what's wrong because you can't be perfect, bro.
Right.
There's no such thing as perfect life.
Right.
Either you're gonna have a situation at your job, you might breed the wrong baby mama,
Right.
and it's a whole bunch of situations. You might, open a business and it may shut down within a year and you'd be like, what the hell happened? But you're gonna bounce
Vehicles
back.
break. Start a business. Vehicles break down,
You understand
and
what I mean?
oh,
You
oh,
go you get comfortable at your job and say, all right, boom, man, we'll go get a range. And then as soon as you get the range within a month, you lose your job.
right.
So so
Yeah. Yeah.
yo,
Yeah.
you just have to, stay positive and try not to exceed what you can't handle, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Who the cat fit? You know what I mean? Some of them can't wear it. So if you can't wear it, you go ahead and you do it. If you can't wear those shoes, you go ahead and do it. If you can get a range, you go ahead and do it. But just know, say, it's going to happen. One day you might get a flat tire, the engine might go bad, something might go wrong.
Right.
You just have to know how to deal with it accordingly.
Right. And in DMX's case, his life started out crazy early. Like things were off the rails early in his life, and he admit that in the beginning he didn't have a mentor or a nurturer in the beginning of his life. So he went down this bad road early and was institutionalized by like 7. I mean, he had been bad since about age 5. You know what I'm saying? For your family to lose patience with you that fast and to let you go into an institution like that. You know what I'm saying? Because your family ain't just gonna give up on you immediately. You got to be,
And don't forget he went to jail too
yeah,
and did some time.
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
but what we're looking at is uh people who weren't um prepared to be parents
Yep, yep,
and not knowing how to do it, and it was
right,
easy for the father to walk away because that's
right,
how it usually is.
yeah.
Very, very rarely do you see a situation where there's a single father raising a child because the mother walked away. Not saying it don't happen
At that
at that
age too.
age, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Um, and from from what I could tell was like his mom had issues,
yep,
probably dealing with the father leaving, probably dealing with undiagnosed, untreated postpartum depression,
yeah,
uh, and then taking it out on a little boy
right,
who just wants to be loved. He told the story of when he was 7, how he thought he was going somewhere, and his mom just left him at the group home.
yeah,
Um, think about the trauma that caused, because when you get to the second verse, he says as he got older, uh, he got colder. There was a
actions got
chip.
bolder.
Actions got bolder. Chip on his shoulder that he dared anybody to touch. Now he's hard now
Yep,
because he didn't grow up with the yin and the yang, the balance of a mother and a father, right?
right, right,
The balance of a stable household.
right,
All he knows is the lessons that he's learned in institutions and in prison.
right,
And as a former correctional officer, it's survival of the fittest
right,
in there, right?
right, right.
And you're short, uh you probably are uneducated, you're wet behind the ears, so you're an
Yeah,
easy mark for someone to come
right,
try you for whatever, right? So
right,
I've been living by these street rules. This is how I've been raised. I've been raised by the wolves.
right.
So that's how I'm acting, right? But here's the thing. He is dealing with what he doesn't know, like you didn't know, like I didn't know. You're dealing with depression. You're dealing
Depression.
with PTSD.
Right.
You're dealing with abandonment issues.
Yep.
You're dealing with all of these things that you are coping with
Right.
marijuana, because I had to puff a L before I get fly.
Yeah.
But then it doesn't stop with the self medication of marijuana.
Right.
Now I got to drink a couple 40s.
Yep.
But now the 40s is making me want to hate something.
Yep.
And now I want to take something because I'm angry,
Yep.
right? I done soaked my sorrows, and now I am I can't lash out at the people who who should be listening to what I have to
Right.
say, right? My mom, my dad, right?
Right.
The person who laced my blunts. I can't say anything to them, but son over there with the chain, son over there in the Jeep, oh, he gonna get it, right?
Get it. Yep. Yep.
Right? So now uh the marijuana is not working, the alcohol is not working. So now I'm sniffing coke.
Yep.
Coke is a whole different animal. I've
Yeah.
seen a lot of people on it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
all of these are numbing agents to cope
Chuck,
with the.
I don't mean to cut you, but you should see the crackheads in the islands, bro. You think you seen crackheads up here? Go to the islands and see what that. It is crazy. I don't want to say hilarious, but it is crazy, bro.
But yeah, of
Just
course.
just just me growing up seeing that. I don't want to be like that, bro. You know what I
Right.
mean?
So,
See,
Right.
so
see how
what do
a
you mean?
cracker.
What do you mean by crackers? You mean people on crack?
Yes,
Okay.
bro. Literally mad walking down the street naked, talking
Right.
to themselves while they walking down the street.
Right.
Yo, it
Right.
is crazy, bro. When it comes to the island, especially what I've seen in Trinidad. Go ahead, Chuck. Sorry to cut you.
No. See, that's another thing that a person with all of these uh uh mental issues, right,
Right.
can can't get the help that they need, right? But they have easy access to everything else from coke to weed to alcohol to all of these other things to pacify a problem that these pseudo medications can't. Guess what? You can drink till the bottle's empty. You know what?
Right.
Problem's still there.
Yep. Yep.
You
I
can
know.
smoke till you
Yep.
pass out. When you wake up, guess what?
I'm
Problem's still
still
there.
here. Yeah.
So until
Sugar
you deal
hell,
with the
baby. Sugar
problem,
hell.
yeah. Until you deal with the problem, um, you're just in another ending cycle. And yes, to the question that you asked earlier, did I think about these lyrics in this manner when I first heard it? Absolutely. That's why the song has always stuck with me. I was like, it it made me respect a guy who was able to. The first record I remember of DMX's is "You've Been Eating Long Enough, Now Stop Being Greedy."
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, this dude is hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
His 4-3-2-1 verse.
Yeah.
When the sun is down, run it, clown. Come up off that. I'm gonna gun
Yeah.
it down. However it's
Right.
gonna go, it's gonna be that. Lead that.
Right.
I was like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
this guy's cruddy. He's
He the new
gangster.
Tupac. He the new Tupac. Yeah. Yeah. That's
but,
what I was thinking, bro.
but then when he drops that record, it was oh, he different.
Yeah.
He's
Total
different
different, a total
because
different side of the egg.
exactly. I there's no one that I know of, but I'm sure everyone doesn't like everything. But there's no one that I don't know that has listened to this song and has not felt compassion, uh, empathy, sympathy, um, adulation. Because at the end,
Yeah.
he gets his stuff together. He
Yeah.
had to hit rock bottom in his situation, and like, yo, man, no more none of this stuff, man. I don't need
Right.
it. The unfortunate
Right.
reality was X never dealt with his demons.
Never dealt with his demons. Hey, but let me ask you this, because this is a thing that I've been wanting to ask people for years, right? What were because I have a different take on what X's demons were. What are X's demons in y'all opinion?
Uh,
I would say his mom and pops not being there. Um, the dude, because he always talk about it. The dude lacing his weed with coke, and him being on coke, and for right now, probably probably just two of those things. Because once you're loved by a family, and being left in some type of home and your mom dip on you, that could be a serious hit to a child at a young age, bro. Like, yo, my mom don't love me, yo.
Yeah, man.
She left me
She was
out cold.
abusive. Stop her.
You
She
left
was
me out
abusive to
cold on the
him.
streets.
Yes, she was an abusive mom, bro. Don't let's
What
not get
what
into it.
what
It's not
what,
like she. Huh?
But all of that too, you being beaten for some things that you don't even know you did. It's like, what did I
Right.
do? And you just beating me. All that things make you grow up being more harder and colder, as he say, and not giving a hoot. You
Right.
understand? Because yo, my mom didn't love me, didn't give me no type of respect. Who is you on the outside to tell me so and so to happen, so and so? Yo, just touch me. Just
Right.
touch a button. Just do something, homie.
Right.
You
Right.
understand? So he had that rage in him, yo.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you have rage sometimes you can't come back from it.
Okay. Yeah.
But sometimes you gotta just do things mentally and strong. And I'm gonna go back to that thing what Chuck said, bro. That olive branch, that sun, because when I had my kid, yo, you know what I mean? It changed the whole perspective on life for me. It's like it's not about me anymore. It's all about her. And everything I do is for her. So she don't have to go through no struggle. She don't need this, she need go that. She could go to the bank account and say, yes, daddy leave this for me, or daddy gave this to me, or daddy left this for me. You understand it? Because that's the type of dad that I am. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that my kids is right before I leave this cruddy world that we in right now. So a child not being loved from a tender age could bring on a lot of psychological issues. Plus, going from different group homes, you just rebelling to everything because you never been in love. You don't never have been showed love.
Right.
So you get on the streets and you do all type of foolishness. You rob people. You know what I'm saying? You get that, you take that, then you jump on 40s. Now listen, you, Hennessy, we call that the crazy man, right? My boy call it the crazy man. It's because it's like when you get on Hennessy, bro, much less of 40s. When you get a Hennessy, bro, you turn into the devil, bro. Like, no, my bad. We call it the devil juice, Hennessy. Because you start thinking all type of evil shit. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, he drinking, now you want to take something. You know what I'm saying? You want to be violent, like you think he is Mr. Invincible. Because you're on these drugs and on this liquor. Yo, somebody could knock you out, bro. Calm yourself
Yeah,
down.
man. Yeah, man. DMX is was a lucky soul, bro.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah,
lucky
because you can't run
soul.
up on anybody like that, man.
Yeah, all that stuff, bro. All that. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And it might not be who you think. And
Hmm.
trust me, bro. Trust me. I did corrections for a long time, and I seen tough guys. You know what I'm saying? Run up on the wrong people and be calling my name, screaming, "CO, help!" Yeah, yeah. Trust me, I know. And it's not small guys or big guys or old guys or young guys or white guys or black guys. It's just that thing. Now I don't want to speak to that because I don't care. The tough guys, to man, I don't care about that stuff. Yeah, I could care less. The thing I was wanting to get to is those demons that DMX had to deal with. Chuck, my personal thing is I felt like the child abuse drove all of this for DMX, right? The child
Yes.
abuse because it's not the abuse, just the abuse itself, but this it's the absence of love, right? Because you can get abused and still be loved by the person, right? And I know that sounds
Right.
weird, but when there is no love and there's abuse, then it makes it question who you are, right? And when you question
Right.
who you are as a person, when you always searching for answers, I always felt like a person that's questioning themselves all the time, always searching for answers, is a dangerous person to be around. let alone know. Like to be around somebody that doesn't know who they are as a person and is comfortable in their own skin, that's a dangerous person to be around because they'll be unpredictable. And I know some people think like the unpredictability thing is cute or something. Yeah, man, he was wilding out, man. The people in there were so scared of when he went. And what I be thinking is yo, if this dude at any given time can put his life in danger, and Chuck too, and Stafford too. You know what I'm saying? The unpredictable person can have you in them situations that you talk about. Yeah, man, it was lit. But then before you know it, you either somebody looking down at you in the hospital, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, man, my man gone so soon. Or, or, or you standing like in front of a judge and the judge gonna give you like, since you didn't actually do all the stuff, I'm only gonna give you 70 years. You know what I'm saying? You was just the driver. He just asked me to take him to the store. I didn't know he was gonna rob the place. And like, well, it was your car, right? You was the driver. He did the crime and he got back in your car and you took him to your house, right? Yes. Okay, so I'm only gonna give you 70 years. I could have gave you life. You know what I'm saying? And now you like, and then now you can't kill him because he owned by the Department of Corrections. You can't get to him and kill him because if you're gonna do 70 years, I may as well go for murder. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to regret the fact that you was with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all these different things. That's why I'm saying like the DMX thing is perplexing, and on so many different levels. It just makes you realize that if this young fellow had got if the state had stepped in, took him away from this abusive mom, right? Not put him in a group home or nothing like that, or foster kid. Something. Start with counseling and have them talk these things out, talk to people, all this stuff. Sure, we may not have never gotten DMX the artist, but maybe this man would have lived, right? Maybe the people that he came across would have had different experiences. I'll be right back, y'all. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Right. Um, I think that if he would have gotten help sooner, you know, because it's easy to say, "Oh well, why couldn't he recognize?" Yo, man, you don't. When you uh
In a certain lifestyle.
right, um, it's hard for someone to function properly uh when the basics of human decency isn't even taught to you, right? Like your mother teaches you, compassion and unconditional love and things of that nature, right? But when you
Right.
don't get that from your mom, when it's the opposite, because she was probably dealing with something, so that cycle just continued uh, with X,
I
and
believe so too.
this song encapsulate that. Uh, like I said, the unfortunate thing was he never really got help um, that he should have gotten. Like they put him in rehab. He would go to rehab. Like when he came out this time and he was gearing up for another album and all that stuff, he was out of rehab, but they didn't fix those problems. You know what I
Right.
mean? They didn't address those problems because he was on what was show that Ayana Fixed My Life, and you could tell that he was first of all that lady should have not had a show teaching or trying to help people fix their lives. She was giving them awful, awful advice.
Advice. Mm.
Um, but when you're not, when you're not a licensed physician, stuff like stuff like that happens.
Right.
So, um, if at any point, X would have been able to identify these issues and really worked on them, maybe that would have saved his life. Because just putting him in rehab, trying to get him off drugs, is
That
is
didn't work.
is is just only part of the problem, but it's not dealing with the root of the problem, right? And um, like I said, man, this song was so great because it was a cautionary tale. It was not just about a guy who survived um, a terrible upbringing, but it also sheds a light on families that don't stay together, young adults who make or young people who make adult decisions that aren't ready for adult consequences, right? Because kids make these decisions every day, and social
Yep.
media is pushing them to do these things younger and younger. You know, uh, plenty of us have relatives, or maybe even be the product of a a young uh, set of parents. You know, um, I don't know how old X mother was when she had him, but I can only imagine a teenager who gave it up to some slick talking guy who said that she was her only, and then once that baby came, he was out,
Did
and she ain't really wanted the baby, but she wanted the man. Now she can't have the man, and she don't even really want this baby, and this baby's a reminder of the man that she can't have. And so it's the baby's fault why the man left,
hmm,
right? And so now she's taking her frustrations out on this kid, right? Uh,
She was 19, Chuck.
19 years old.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a kid. I know a lot of people are quick to say, "Well, they grown." No, they're not.
Yeah, they still a
No,
kid.
no, they're not.
Mm.
Just like someone at 18 is not grown. You know how I know they're not grown? Because 6 months ago you were waking them up for school. That's why.
Yep. That's why.
That's why they're not grown.
Right.
6 months ago. Probably today you have to tell them to do something that was telling them for the past 12 or 10 years. Pick your stuff up. This ain't the laundry room. Put that in the laundry room. When you finish cutting the grass, you clean off the lawnmower and you put the lawnmower up. Don't leave it in the yard.
Yeah.
That's what 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds are being told. Grown-ups aren't told those things because they know, right? 19-year-old having like I've seen it happen over and over. I heard a dude tell a girl this. I shared it with you, Uncle Freezy. This dude told this girl, if we not gonna be together, then I ain't taking care of that baby.
Yep.
Mm-mm. Wow, that's cold.
Cold.
That ain't right.
But true. At least he kept it a buck. I
Yeah.
don't like the fact
Hell
that I
no.
don't like the fact that he did that. Right. I don't like the fact that he did, but at least like I don't like the motivation.
I
Now, don't
guess. I guess.
let's not get it twisted. I don't like the motivation. Like, why are you gonna be with her without the kid? Because she ain't gonna never be without the kid. Not for no man. But
Right.
but at least you know what I'm saying he was up front. Now I would have wanted to punch his face off, but
Well, he got
you
some of
know,
that. He got quite a bit of gravel in his face. But but those situations happen, right? Right? And so imagine the girl who really wants the guy, but the guy really didn't want her. It was just a one night thing,
right?
but he was too uh lazy or didn't care enough
Yeah,
to take the proper precautions and wear rubber, right?
right, right, right.
Now he's got a baby. This ain't a girl he really want to be with. He ain't gonna want to be with her. She's stuck with the responsibility of raising a child now because he just out, right? and now
Right.
she's stuck with a child that she doesn't necessarily want. So that plays a big part. Like that's a part of um the song that was touching. The fact that I can't deal I have things going on that I'm not dealing with. And here's this kid with issues that I don't want to deal with. I ain't want him in the first place. So system, here you go.
Right.
You
That's
raise him.
Right.
crazy.
You take care
Right.
of him.
Or you do whatever.
Right.
Because somebody that don't want to take care of kid, they don't care if the kid get raised or not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
At least have some type of decency and put them up for adoption. Don't just go drop them off in a nursing home. You gotta have some caring family. Some lady out there that can't have kids. That's gonna
Right.
want a kid and gonna love them as much as you
Right.
can. You know what I mean? Don't just dump them off like that. No, I don't like that, bro. I swear, yeah.
I,
It's such a touchy feeling when I hear
I agree
certain
with you.
things like that.
Right.
I agree with you. I agree with you. You shouldn't dump your kid, but at the same time, giving them up for adoption isn't always the best
Right,
situation either.
right, right.
I went to school with a bunch of kids that were uh, foster brothers and sisters.
Hmm.
This lady was raking in big dough. All the kids stayed in a trailer. She
Oh
lived in a
man,
house.
wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
She
straight
went
child
shopping
abuse
once a
right
month,
here.
Hmm.
and that was it. They better make it
Yep.
work. Don't come over
Wow,
there. Don't come asking for nothing.
Right.
And so
wow.
that's what I'm saying. Like giving them up for adoption, you put them in situations where they could be blessed and taken in by a family who's going to love them and provide for them and treat them like their own. But then you got people that are going to treat them like checks.
Treat they
That
see
abuse
it
the
as
system.
they
They
see
abuse
it.
the system.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly. They see it as a money grab.
right. And
Oh,
so a child grows up being neglected and abused,
right.
right?
Yep.
But there's someone getting paid from this, and
Right.
they're dealing with trauma and trust issues and not so I met a girl like that, right? She was a foster kid. um I remember everybody trying to holler at her because she had the most amazing body. Let me say that. I don't want to go too crazy, but she was crazy. Like her body was crazy. And so um yo, she's man stuck up, man. She this and that. And when I usually hear guys saying she's stuck up, that means they shot their shot and got shot down.
Right.
Uh and so she stuck up because they got shot down. But getting to know, I was like, yo, this broad is selfish. She is stingy.
What?
Right. But then as time went on, um, I was like, oh, okay. So I know where this behavior comes from. You lived in a foster home where y'all had to fight for stuff.
Right.
So you're used to taking, even if it's more than what you need, you're used to taking that much just in case. Because
Right.
there's no coming back for seconds.
Survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest. Okay, now I understand who you are. See, those kinds of situations can damage people just as much. There are consequences, folks, because he's handsome or she's fine does not make them candidates for babies.
Right.
Anytime you put unprotected genitals together, there's a high chance that there will be something conceived, s- male or female, right? So you got to take that into account, man. You have to take that into account. Again, I know we're talking about slipping, but that's just what I got from that. Like, yo, how
Sure,
does a mom not want to love her son?
right?
I got the answer to that, Chuck.
In the what was DMX born in the 70s, 60s?
Se-
Man, me and
se- 70s, I believe, right? Like
I
70
think me
something.
and him was about the same age. Let me see. Let me see. DMX birth. I think me and him was the same age.
Okay.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken,
Nah, he younger than me.
that time was a
Yeah,
crack epidemic too, yo.
yeah.
In the 80s.
DMX man, 52 years old, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's young.
52. That's young, man. God damn. And so to Chuck's point about about a child being put in certain situations, it just make me think, man, about these lyrics. A child was born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind. God's smiling on you, but he laughing too, because only God knows what you'll go through.
They're going through. Hmm.
Those are lyrics from the great American poet Melly Mel, right? And the irony is, how do I remember that? And then I can't remember how to quote the great American poet Grand Puba. Every morning I stumble through. Every morning I stumble through the Grand Puba thing. But I can remember a child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind. God's smiling on you, but he's frowning too, because only God knows what you'll go through, right?
Facts.
Hey, and Chuck, to your other point about people getting together, and sometimes it's just carnal, bro. Sometimes it's just like how Prince tried to appeal to that girl in that song. He was like, "Yo, animals strike curious poses. They feel the heat. They feel the heat between me and you. You know, sometimes it just be that. Sometimes it's just two people are attracted and they don't want to get along. They just want to get
Get
it
it.
on. You know what I'm
You're right.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
Sometimes that's just what it is. You know. But man, for y'all to get that deep with slipping, bro. Oh my god, bro, this is a
Yeah, man.
gem, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this is a gem, and I love the fact that we reviewed the movies. Like y'all know how we do the movie reviews on Saturday nights usually, and guys that are tuning in to expect us to review a movie. And man, I just couldn't. The list is crazy. I'll try to do better this week. I'll just say that.
Yeah, tonight was a music, man.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't mind either too. I didn't mind.
yeah. The music thing gets Chuck. The music thing gets so deep, bro. Because we talked about slipping.
Yeah.
We talked about I shot the sheriff, right? We talked about when
Prince.
doves cry,
Hmm.
bro. If we ever get into Bohemian Rhapsody,
Yes. Hey man,
oh,
we gotta break that. We gotta break that. That is a masterpiece. That's not cap. That's not exaggeration. I'm not blowing no smoke. That
right,
that might be one of the greatest songs ever. Ever.
ever, ever.
Ever.
If we,
And just a little
bro,
side note, um, Delano, we're not reviewing Tiny Whiny. Okay, it's not happening.
right, right. Bro,
Yeah.
if we ever get into Hotel California,
oh,
by the Eagles,
oh, oh.
oh my god, um,
See, this is where I want to go, man. This is why I want to, you know.
vibes
Yeah,
and stuff,
yeah, man.
right? If we ever get into a child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind, God's smiling on you, but he's frowning too. because only God knows what you'll go through. You'll be living in the ghetto. You'll be listen. You'll be in the ghetto living second rate, and your eyes will sing a sad song of deep hate. Cause where you play and where you stay looks like one great big alleyway. Bro, if you listen, the message, if we ever did the message, oh my listen, man. Listen, man.
Yeah, man. We could. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I can't wait till we get into some of these things, man. Because there's some joints that I would love to dabble in. You know, because there's a lady who is sure all that glitters isn't gold, and she's buying her stairway to heaven.
Yeah, and I got a reggae joint too. I want to review.
Oh, definitely got a lot of reggae joints. Which
Reggae
one you
joint.
talking? Which one you talking about, Saf?
Bounty Killer, Mama, she's not in a good mood.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to do a Peter Tosh song.
Oh, we could do that too.
Yeah, Peter Tosh. I think Peter Tosh was too deep sometimes, especially for his era. Too deep. But places like this is the exact place to expose the greatness of the ink pen.
Yeah.
Right? Right? It's crazy, bro. Hey man, hey y'all. At 2 hours, 31 minutes, 37 seconds. I had no idea. I was thinking 80, 85 minutes. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But now it's 151 minutes and 50 seconds. Crazy, bro.
What you gonna do? We talked about I Shot the Sheriff.
I know, man.
We talked about I Shot the Sheriff, followed by Dove's Cry, followed by Slip. First of all, the three iconic musicians that impacted music differently,
For sure.
but almost in the same way.
Right.
Because Bob Marley was about love and his people.
Right.
Prince was about love and his people, right? Because Prince was on the same thing Bob was to a certain extent, where, hey man, we letting these people control everything. They'll call you crazy. They'll assassinate your character and assassinate your name in order to to mine all of the gold out of you.
Right.
And guess what? You can stop calling me Prince. You can call me this symbol until y'all give me what I deserve. Right?
Right. Right.
DMX, same thing. Love and his people. He didn't
Yep.
care about a whole bunch of materialistic things.
Yep.
All he wanted was love and the love of his people. And we talked about 3 songs from 3 profound artists from 3 different genres of music who are no longer here, whose records aren't their most recent works.
Right. Right.
These are songs that were in the early parts of their careers,
Yep.
and they still stand the test of time that it took us almost 3 hours to talk about. So I'm done,
All of
man.
them died, and they died young. And they died young, man.
Yes.
They say the good die young, man. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I need to wrap up here because it's still my anniversary weekend.
Oh,
Tomorrow
wow.
will
Okay.
come.
Congratulations,
Girl,
bro.
I can't wait. It's my anniversary. So I ain't do a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do, like on the internet and stuff, because I'm just celebrating, you know what I'm saying, my times with Mo. You know what I'm saying?
Many more years to
Yeah,
you
I
and
appreciate
Mrs.
you, bro.
Mo.
Appreciate
Freezy.
you, bro. And then tomorrow is Mother's Day, so you already know what
Yeah,
that's gonna be like. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So yeah, man.
Oh, speaking of that, I may be a little late Monday because not only is it Mother's Day, it's my mom's birthday
Oh wow!
tomorrow.
Right after Mother's Day.
Same day. It's always the same day.
Oh, tomorrow. Oh
Yeah.
shoot. Okay. 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 Okay.
So I'm heading out
That's what's
to
up.
Queens tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Mom
Okay.
Dukes.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Miss Chuck.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. So
Miss
I'm
Allen.
ready. I'm ready to go in here and hang out with Mo. We ain't gonna do nothing. We probably like watch a movie or something and clean up puppy poo and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm I'm
But
going back to bench watch Queen of the South.
oh wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, I just finished wrapping up Ozark. So I'm on
Okay,
Queen of the South now.
okay.
I'm getting into what is it? Moonwalk? Moon? I call it Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but I don't know. I'm not a comic book guy like that. I know it's
Moon
a
Knight.
Moon Knight.
Yeah, yeah. Moon Knight is good. It's pretty good.
It is. It is. I was lost in the beginning. I was like, yo, man, I should have read comics, man. More comics than just, X-Men and a couple little joints that I liked at the time. Um,
Yeah.
I'm like, who is this guy? What is this? Is this Dr.
Right.
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's
It
not.
isn't.
I
It's
think
way deeper
Delano
than
say
that.
he got
Uh, Go
Yeah.
ahead.
saying Delano say he got new music. Uh Making Me Wait by True Music on all streaming platforms. So everybody go check out DSJ. He got that Maxwell voice.
Okay.
So
So new music alert. New music alert from my team. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. We'll check that out. We'll check that out, man. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff going on this weekend. It's just a busy weekend, man. Anniversary, Mother's Day. Got to respect the moms. You know what I'm saying? The young ones,
definitely.
the old ones, the ones that are here, the ones that are not. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Um, the ones that are not here, and the physical being are always here in spirit in our heart. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm gonna sign off, y'all. I'm gonna do some KMD in the morning. I don't know what time. My plan is to do that, to do KMD in the morning. Right. Sometimes things come up. Like I wanted to do some Knicks morning. I wanted to do some Knicks at night podcast Friday night, but I was with Mo and she was doing her girly stuff, and I was just there
Freezy, let me tell you
supporting.
something. Whatever your wife said to do, go ahead and you do it, yeah, brother.
Shit, yeah, yo,
Because at the end of the day, none of us don't even come to my house, bro. I'm
you
kicking you
think
out.
you think I'm gonna break up with Mo because MF I want to talk about Tom Thibodeau rotations? Yeah, man, I ain't gonna do no bullshit like that, bro. I ain't gonna do. I know when to turn it. I know when to turn the
Yo!
internet off, and I know when to turn it on, bro.
Right, right,
I'm not
right.
getting ready to sacrifice. I'm not getting ready to sacrifice. You know, what I'm saying that my relationship with my lady and all that stuff, and the thing for the internet, bro. It's
Shout
discipline.
out to Cully.
Yeah,
Tom Thibodeau is his favorite coach.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. All right, y'all. So I'm out of here. I finally got the mic back working.
Peace and love
Uh, yeah,
to the
man.
chat.
Hey, man. Hey, Chuck, man. Have a good couple of days off, man. If you wanna start by 8:30 on Monday, 9 o'clock on Monday, 10 o'clock on Monday, it don't matter. It
I'm gonna
does.
hit. I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow.
Okay.
Um, like I said, the weather up here is bad. Like it was
Okay.
Yeah, I
terrible
heard it's
today.
been raining.
Yeah, and it's
What?
very cold. It's like 40. It's like 40 something degrees outside.
I
It's
heard
been
it never
40.
rains in Brooklyn, bro. It never rains
This
in
ain't Southern
Brooklyn.
California.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. They said something.
So,
Yeah.
um, depending on what the weather is tomorrow evening, if I'm gonna come home or I'm gonna leave in the morning that morning, so it'll probably be like 30 or 40 minutes late. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. Because what I was gonna say is if that's the case, then maybe we can switch up. I can do a short KMD, start at like 8 o'clock, and then get off like at 9:30, 9:45, and then we could take vibes and take as long as we want. So, but it
Okay.
depends on which how you want to do it.
All right. Well, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. You know.
All right, either way. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for turning into our first music review lyrics. Right? I want to do other music reviews too. Like I want to do music review baseline. Like you know the baseline of a song? Like the baseline of I Shot the Sheriff. Doom, doom,
Crazy.
doom. Oh, crazy. But anyway, thank y'all for hanging out with me, Chuck Allen, Staffordon, everybody in the chat. Salute to y'all. Y'all have a very blessed and peaceful night, man. I'll holler at y'all later.
Peace.